Network.
Hello, I am Omoye Ihaza, welcoming you to another edition of Digitrend for all news development in business, tech innovation and lifestyle that made headline during the week. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel www.youtube.com/Digivation Here's the news. The Director of Legal and Regulatory Affairs of the National Identity Management Commission, Hadiza Dangbana, has called for the amendment of the Public Procurement Act in an event organized by the ID4D project in collaboration with NIMSI in Lagos. In a statement jointly signed by the Communications Manager of the Nigeria Digital Identification Project, Dr. Walter Duru, and NIMSI Head of Corporate Communications, Kayode Adegoke, stated at a 3-day interactive workshop with the theme Procurement and Understanding of the World Bank Procurement Process, Procedure and Ecosystem Enrollment Readiness will bridge the gap in the Act. The Director General and Chief Executive Officer of NIMSI, Engineer Aliu Abubakar, urged the members of his management team commission to adhere strictly to the provision of the Public Procurement Act. He stressed that the event was put together to enhance the capacity of the management team on the provision and application of the Act. As part of an annual campaign initiated by the International Telecommunications Union (ITU), eBusiness Live Communications Limited hosts Young Girls in its 2023 edition of International Girls in ICT Day. The event, which took place in Lagos, has a theme, Digital Skills for Life, to sensitize and encourage young women and girls to delve into ICT and STEM, which has been dominated by the male gender. Speaking at the event is the Director of Research and Development, Alhaji Ishmael Adedigba, who represented the EVC and CEO of NCC, Professor Umar Dambata. In his keynote address, supports and underscores the importance of the event and threw more light on the need to groom girls for the future. According to the Chief Executive Officer of eBusiness Live Communication and convener of the event, Mrs. Ufoma Inukwedaro, the need to sensitize young girls is premised on the fact that society has unconsciously regulated the female gender and delegated careers in technical fields, especially in ICT, to their male counterpart. In her words, about 22% of the industry workforce and efforts have been made on the global scale towards having 40% of women in tech positioned in the next 10 to 5 years.
ICT events, you have mostly men and just a few women, particularly to speak or to discuss issues in the industry. And I began to wonder, why is it so? And then, interestingly, I stumbled on the fact that even the International Telecommunications Union was concerned. So it means it was not a personal thing for me, rather a global thing. And so they began this initiative, a campaign to encourage young girls to take up careers in ICT. And I decided to latch on it and to begin to do that same campaign in Nigeria, which we started in 2012. And since then, it's been growing and growing and growing. And there are testimonies of girls who have actually begun, many of them are outside the country now, studying courses in technology, and I'm grateful to God for it.
The event had in attendance NCC representative, GLOW, ING, and among others, with about 16 schools represented, such as Baptist Girls School, Obanikoro, Klami High School, Grace High School, Bagada, Lagos, Breakthrough Akute, Lagoon School, and more, with participants engaging in quiz, competition, roundtable discussion, and other presentations. Some of the students share their excitement about the event.
They give me hope that that the future will be brighter for girls, because I've seen a lot of things where, like a lot of videos where, like, girls are like, uh, I see the gender gap. I see situations whereby girls are treated less than men. There have been a lot of gender empowerment protests and events like this, like that are made for empowering girls. They just give me a lot of hope and they put a smile on my face.
It means a whole lot, especially knowing the background where we're coming from, because we know that there was very little exposure to ICT, and now, like, it's becoming very normal for people to have gadgets, have access to internet, use the internet wisely. So it means a lot to me that especially girls are able to have these opportunities to use gadgets and go into ICT even as careers.
The Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), Professor Umar Dambata, has been awarded the Champion Newspaper Annual Award as the most outstanding regulator for 2022. The event organizer, Group Managing Director and Editor-in-Chief of Champion Newspaper Limited, Dr. Mrs. Nwadito Ihekwanwa, described Dambata as a man that has spearheaded the attainment and extraordinary strides of the Nigerian broadband target of 2023. She added that Dambata, in his second term in office, is leading the change for the realization of the new broadband target of 70% by 2025.
The next award is labeled Champion Newspapers Most Outstanding Regulator of the Year 2022. And this goes to a man of multiple means, very distinguished personality, very phenomenal, Professor Omar Garaba Dambata, Executive Vice Chairman, NCC. He deserves something more than what we're giving him, please.
You have done extremely well in regulating the NCC. We are very proud of you. We believe that this award will further spur you on to even greater things for the country. Congratulations.
With his transformation in the telecommunications industry, strengthening the sector as a major contributor to the country's GDP, boosting telecoms investment from $36 billion to over $70 billion as at 2015. Speaking on his awards to members of the press, the EVC devoted the award to the board, management and staff of NCC for their relentless effort and commitment towards the mandate of the NCC, as well as their support for him over the years. He also restated the mandate to work to ensure that the digital gap is bridged and everyone enjoy digital services in Nigeria.
As usual, I dedicate this award to the board and entire management of the Nigerian Communications Commission. I appreciate the support I've enjoyed from the management and board of the NCC over this past couple of years. I cherish this support and I look forward to working with the board as well as the management staff of the commission in order to raise the bar further in the way and manner we have progressively been regulating the industry in a manner that is predictable, and that has resulted in the stability of the industry, the vibrancy of the industry. We couldn't have achieved all this without this level of cooperation that we have been receiving. I would like to acknowledge this once more and pass on the message to the general public that the EVC couldn't have done it by himself alone. You know, it is a collective effort, you know, by the two levels of cooperation that we have received, and we will continue together to forge ahead in order to ensure the citizens of this country enjoy qualitative as well as efficient telecommunication services.
Some of the other awardees are retired Brigadier General Mohammed Buwa Marwa, chairman of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLA), among other outstanding awards received. Social Economy Rights and Accountability Project has urged the World Bank President, Mr. David Malpass, to suspend any disbursement of the $800 million loan to the federal government and to request the incoming administration to provide satisfactory explanation for the loan. Serap urges Mr. Malpass not to approve the loan with the incoming administration because the term of office of the government of President Muhammadu Buhari ends in May 2023. The President Buhari had requested the Senate approval for the World Bank loan. However, in the letter dated 13th May 2023 and signed by Serap Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, the World Bank should comply with its own articles of agreement in disbursing any loans and not sacrifice international standards in the rush to disburse the loan to the government. Serap said, suspending and disbursement of the loan to the government would reduce the risks and vulnerability to corruption and mismanagement. The government reportedly plans to suspend the loan as part of its subsidiary palliative measures and aims to target 50 million vulnerable Nigerians or 10 million households. According to the Debt Management Office, Nigeria's total public debt stock, including external and domestic debts, has increased to 46.25 trillion in the fourth quarter of 2022. For more on well-researched and balanced stories, events and interviews across business, tech innovation and lifestyle, please like, share and subscribe to this channel, www.youtube.com/Digivision Network.
According to statistics, there are 1.95 qualified healthcare workers to 1,000 citizens in Nigeria, a country that has been estimated to reach a population of 440 million by 2050, still grappling with its citizens' challenge of access to quality healthcare. In a bid to address this gap, Nigerian Communications Satellite Limited, NIGCOMSAT, in partnership with Ethnomed and Sotrax, has launched a virtual healthcare platform, NIGCOM Health, which is designed for all government hospitals to integrate their healthcare tools and enable them provide improved healthcare service. The platform, regarded as first in Africa, was unveiled in Abuja by Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Pantami, represented by his Chief of Staff, Professor Sahalu Junaidu, said the platform would promote a more efficient and effective healthcare system that could be accessible to all Nigerians. The telehealth service platform has essential features such as Doctor's Web and mobile app, patient app, e-pharmacy integration, e-laboratory integration, broadband bundle for complete healthcare automation, which Nigerians can access from the comfort of their homes, offices, schools, and localities.
Tech expert and Chief Executive Officer of Digital Encode Limited, Dr. Olushesi Akindende, says Nigeria need to leverage on the use of blockchain technology while speaking at Digivision Network Live section. With the topic, Blockchain and the Future of Nigeria Economy, he urges the government to put in effort in placing Nigeria in better position as the country is still at the early level with the use of this technology.
That is what Web3 technology has come to do. It's like, okay, we can now start to look at all these things and then, start to leverage blockchain and all these, decentralized technology for stuff like that. And, until we get there, I don't think, but right now in Nigeria, we're nowhere close. But that's an opportunity for people who want to take on, on that particular different, it doesn't matter, different sectors, any sector you can, any vertical at all, travel and tours, manufacturing, supply chain, farming, agriculture, there is a use for blockchain, technology.
He also encouraged the new national policy of the federal government for blockchain adoption in various sectors, which will help boost the economy of the country.
It doesn't give you Ethereum or Bitcoin. Who are you going to report to? Nobody. So, but if there is regulation and government says, look, if you want to be a cryptocurrency exchange, if you want to be a virtual asset creator, if you want to do a coin offering, these are the companies there. These are, so if you give that company money and they don't give you back your digital asset, then there are bodies you can explain it, just like your bank. If you want to transact with your bank today and you get to your bank, there is central bank that you can go to. There are, there is the Consumer Protection Council that you can also, go to, and then you report to them and they take up your case. So that is what policy will do. That's what regulation will do. That's what bylaws will do to help the consumer know that, okay, at least if anything goes wrong, I have a sort of safeguard to.
With the right policies put in place, blockchain technology can be incorporated in all sectors to boost growth in the Nigeria economy. A lot of excitement springs from everywhere as Nigeria chef Hilda Basi Effiong, popularly known as Hilda Basil, has broken the Guinness World Record for longest cooking for 100 hours. Hilda Basil started her 4-day cooking marathon challenge on May 11 at the Amori Gardens in Lekki area of Lagos State with the aim to cook for 96 hours. On Monday, Hilda Basil had cooked for 88 hours and 32 minutes to equal the record set by an Indian chef Latel Tenjian in 2019, who cooked for 87 hours 45 minutes. Multi-talented TV producer, actress and foodpreneur announced on her social media handles that her highly anticipated 4-day cookathon, slated for May 11 to 14, 2023, as won for the Guinness World Records, and she's proud to finally take on this challenge.
Hi, I'm Hilda Basi, and I'm excited to announce my 4-day upcoming cookathon, where I'll be making multiple dishes non-stop for 4 days and 4 nights to break the Guinness World Record for the longest cooking time by an individual.
Hilda Basi is being chaired by a rousing number of Nigerians, mostly youth, who were present at the scene of the record-breaking event. President Muhammadu Buhari, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu are among some of the dignitaries who showed their support, including celebrities. The cookathon is sponsored by GB Foods, Gino Tomato Paste, Gino Max, Amori Gardens, Uber, Seaway, Power Oil, and more. Lead project coordinator Hilda Cookathon, Norway Isibo Shegun Ojo, sees the Hilda Cookathon as a groundbreaking project geared at making an impact and improving growth opportunities. Hilda had also won at the Jollof Face-Off competition in 2021 with a breakfast show on Rave TV, Morning Rave, and hosted Dine on a Budget on Pop Central TV, where she engaged celebrities on tropical issues. The talented chef made Nigeria proud by winning the competition and walking away with a grand prize of $5,000. For more on well-researched and balanced stories, events, and interviews across business, tech innovation, and lifestyle, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, www.youtube.com/Digivision Elon Musk has named Linda Yaccarino as the new CEO of Twitter. The announcement comes after Twitter users in December voted for Musk to step down. Musk named her the new CEO just 6 months after taking over Twitter and firing its top executives. Linda Yaccarino is the former head of advertising at NBC Universal and headed the business operation at the company, which was struggling to make income. While Musk will transition to executive chair and chief technology officer overseeing products and software. In a recent Twitter post, Elon Musk has announced the end of his search for the next CEO of Twitter. Musk, who also leads the rocket company SpaceX, ushered in sweeping changes at Twitter after buying the platform for $44 billion last year, including laying off about 80% of employees and launching a paid service called Twitter Blue. The influential social media platform has also suffered a number of glitches and outages, as well as loss of some major advertisers since Musk took charge. Tesla shares rose by about 2% following Musk's announcement amid concern among some stakeholders that the billionaire attention has been divided among too many ventures. Musk, who said in November he is expected to reduce his time at Twitter, has eventually found a new leader to run the social media company. For more on well-researched and balanced stories, events and interviews across business, tech innovation and lifestyle, please like, share and subscribe to this channel, www.youtube.com/Digivision Network. And that's all for today. Until we come your way again next week, do follow us on our social media handle or YouTube channel displayed on your screen. I am Omoye Haza. Till next time, bye.